The following clip is from a previously recorded episode of the Cherish Each Moment podcast.
Did any of you guys watch car racing, NASCAR, anything like that? I grew up watching NASCAR. I was a really big fan of NASCAR growing up. My parents watched it every Sunday, and I had a massive collection of die-cast NASCAR cars, and I still have, I think, all of them today. They're in storage in my basement. But yeah, I still have all of those. I still hang on to those memories. I don't follow the sport nearly as much as I did back when I was a kid. But I do still try and keep a little bit of an ear to the ground as to what's going on. And I don't think, regardless of whether or not you follow the sport, if you follow grass, you probably saw or heard about this incident that happened at Atlanta Motor Speedway on Saturday in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And again, those of you that are watching on the YouTube channel, I'm going to have a clip of this on screen here. The camera crew did an amazing job catching this incident from multiple angles, and it's just awesome to watch this. It's kind of sad at the same time for a number of reasons, and we'll talk about that too. But I have to say, the grounds crew at Atlanta Motor Speedway is absolutely killing it. The grass looked phenomenal. Deep green, nice stripes. I've tried to do some research and figure out exactly what the cultivar is here, what the grass type is, but they wouldn't respond to my tweet. So if any of you live in the Atlanta area and have been to the Speedway or know about the grass that's in the infield of the Speedway there along the front stretch, let me know. I'm curious to know. It's been bugging me since I saw this happen and paid more attention to the grass there. But yeah, so if you haven't heard, what happened was Josh Berry, he's one of the drivers. He had an incredible save. His car spun and he saved it and was heading towards the pit area, and he had a decision to make, and I don't know if he made the right one or not, probably the wrong decision, but he was going too fast to get onto pit road. He would have been penalized and had to sit on pit road, or he could have done what he did and dodged pit road and tried to get back on the track to stay out of that trouble. But instead, he was going too fast and wasn't able to turn out of the way of the infield grass in time. And we've since learned that there is a lot of dirt and soil buildup there at the base of the grass, and it was high enough that when Josh Berry drove his car into the grass, rather than just driving over the grass, the front end of the bottom of his bumper there smacked into the soil, and the grass just had this immaculate explosion in front of the car. And like I said, the camera crew did just an awesome job capturing this, and it's just glorious. You know, obviously it kind of hurts you for both him for having just saved the car from spinning out and possibly running into a wall, and here he goes running into the grass, and the grass is what destroys the car, and obviously the grass is torn up too, which is also sad. You see that kind of regularly when you watch stock car racing. You know, they'll spin out and have these big wrecks and they'll tear up the grass. That really sucks, and you probably feel bad for the grounds crew too, and they're probably hurting just as much. But yeah, really fascinating incident. I did a little digging afterwards, found the Speedway's Twitter account. They posted some updates on Twitter after the race with some pictures of the grounds crew. Obviously they had the race the following day, the big race, the cup race, and they said that the crew would be working through the night to level the grass along the entrance to pit road and along the front stretch so it would be even with the racing surface and ready for the Sunday race. So pretty amazing pictures here. They've got a sod cutter out. They've got a front loader, and you know, obviously they're working on smoothing that out and making that transition from, it looks like, I can't tell if it's just painted asphalt or concrete in that area there, but they're making the transition from the hard surface to the grass a little bit smoother, which probably should have been done in the first place. and it was probably just something that was overlooked and they didn't really consider. I don't know if the front bumpers are riding lower to the ground than they were in the past. I'm sure they are. The cars have changed so much even since I stopped watching NASCAR full time. But if you haven't seen the video, I will leave a link in the description and in the podcast notes. You can check that out. Pretty incredible and just kind of crazy to watch, and really, really interesting incident there. So I thought that was pretty cool and definitely worth sharing, worth talking about. If you had a chance to see that, let me know what you think about that. And if you know of any other incidents like this where grass is involved, feel free to shoot me an email and share it with me, jimmy@jimmylewismose.com. And if I think it's interesting enough, I will bring it up here on the podcast. So I like talking about stuff like that.